Hello, welcome to yet again another Blackpool Pleasure Beach update video here from Friday the 25th of April 2025. As you can see, back inside the park again, ready to do another full park update, and we're going to start off here by Launchpad just here, which I think is about to do a full power test, which would be good to start the video. Yeah, looks like it. Look at this, we've got the right vehicle going just as I've arrived on park at about 3:30 in the afternoon. So yeah, let's enjoy this full power test here of Launchpad. So yeah, there you go. What do you think of that then? A full power test of Launchpad. This is the last full testing video that I've managed to do here on the channel. It does shoot up pretty fast when it gets up there, and obviously you will get lots of airtime and such. It just seems to be struggling coming back down at the minute. Whether that's the computer trying to get used to the new pressure cylinder and stuff like that. But yeah, the ride vehicle itself does look pretty forceful, looks pretty good. And I can't wait to get on it. And to question of getting on it, we do now have an opening date for Launchpad. It's going to be the 7th of May, Wednesday, the 7th of May. So at the time of filming, it's a week on Wednesday. So we've got the bank holiday to get out of the way first on the 4th and 5th, round about there, early May bank holiday, which I did think is when the ride was going to open, but it isn't, I'm afraid, which is a shame. We might get, say, some soft openings that weekend if it's ready to go. But yeah, we have the early May bank holiday weekend on the 4th to 5th of May. And then 2 days after that, on the 7th of May, the Wednesday, is when Launchpad officially opened. Bit of a random day, if you don't get me wrong myself, because most people will be at work and school. But yeah, maybe just wanted to get it open just after the bank holiday, in case there was any major issues with it. We don't want the bank holiday crowds disappointed. And also, later in May, there was a second bank holiday, and that is when the second late night riding event of the year is as well. So obviously hoping to get it up and running, get it all properly worn in with guests for that second late May bank holiday weekend, to get Launchpad up and running properly. But yeah, looks like they're about to do another full test run. The seats are full of sandbags at the minute. You can just see these restraints here, the chap going around fastening in the restraints. But yeah, the seats are currently filled with sandbags in there, and it does look like we're going to get another full power test of Launchpad. So if we do, I'll throw it in right after this shot.
Yes, maybe no time, not today.
So yeah, you've just seen Launchpad's second full power test then. And it looks like we might be going for a third here. The guy's got his thumb up, and if he starts putting them restraints down, I might be going for a third here. Yep, he's putting them down, so I might be going for a third test run here. But you can see since the last update they've put a lot of the vinyls actually on the ride gondola now around the top section where it says Launchpad all the way around. The little Launchpad logos on the top, they've been on there for some time now, and also down by the seats you can see them sandbags clearly visible there. They have been strapped onto the seats, obviously they don't fly out when going up and down the tower. And you can see the Pleasure Beach logo there, the Pleasure Beach Resort logo in between the seats as well. As for the rest of the area, not an awful lot has actually changed since last time. I think the gardening team may have done a few more planters just over there on the side as well. Nothing really major change in the grassy areas here, and also nothing major has changed in the queue line area as of yet as well. We still have the pile of old queue line fences still over there waiting to be painted. But the indoor section of queued outlets under the roof does look like it has been spruced up and painted just a little bit. It's just those outdoor sections here where there is a few more cattle pen queue and the fences leading up to the barriers there. So yeah, all the harnesses aren't down and looks like it might be going for another full power test here of Launchpad, which should be good. Also noting here on the control box, I did point out that the ride logo has been installed up there, and it says Mission Control there just on the side of the console. There is a chap in there at the minute, and also on the side there we have now got the height board and the opening hours placed back onto the side of the building there, which has gone from saying Ice Blast into Launchpad. Well, the tower's getting ready to do another launch, so yeah, let's see how fast this one is going up. Apologies for the tree in the way there, but obviously you have just seen two previous full power tests of Launchpad then. Yeah, as I said at the first clip, it does sound pretty powerful, it sounds alright. Just have to wait until the 7th of May in order to get some actual on-ride experiences from it. I probably won't be here for the opening day on Wednesday the 7th because I will be at work myself, but that weekend just after, I think it's about the 10th or so, 9th or 10th, I will finally get my first rides back on Launchpad, since it was Ice Blast in 2023, or I think was last year it was open. So yeah, well, I get to see how different it is compared to how Ice Blast used to run, because that was a very terrible launch tower in the end of its life. So yeah, it's just completed another power test there, its third one since being in the park. All the restraints coming back up, and we'll see if they do a fourth one. Just whilst they're prepping for, I think, the fourth test run, let's have another look here at the vinyls that were applied the other week here on the side of the building. You can see Launchpad there with the boarding sign, and then also further down where it says Mission Control, and on the door there it says Mission Control, no entry, because that is the staff only areas where that chap is sitting there for the main control for Launchpad. And a closer look there at the refurbished height board and Launchpad height line there for the ride. I can't see if it's changed height since it was Ice Blast from this stud all the way over here, but I'm pretty sure it might be similar to what Ice Blast used to be. I'm pretty sure Ice Blast was 132 centimeters, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same anyway, because it is technically the same ride, just with a different name and a different theme and different paint. So yeah, looks like we are going to be going for a fourth test run there. The guy has his thumb up once again, so I'll pan round to a different vantage point of Launchpad to get a different look at this fourth test run. So I'm just over here on what was Ice Blast is fast pass and disabled entrance, and it looks like it's going to be the same again. They've reapplied all the signage on the side of the building here, and you can maybe just make out the height line there as well. It does say 132 centimeters, so that would be the same for the main entrance side, 132 centimeters, and in par with what Ice Blast was before the refurbishment as well. We do have a lot of the flooring out here as well, just like a trench been dug out with the soil just plopped here at the minute. Not too sure what they're doing here, maybe just some wiring or some stuff like that, maybe drainage for the area, not too sure, but they've done a little bit of trench work just here for the time being. But yeah, the height line is 132 centimeters with the fast pass and disabled queue going back in here, and I think we are going to be going for a 5th test run here as well. So yeah, I can't actually wait for the 7th of May. As much as I'm not going to be here, it will be good to see Launchpad finally back open since its long refurbishment project that it has done. So yeah, there you go, it's going for a 5th test run now. Good to see it doing lots of test runs ready for that 7th of May opening. But as I say, I won't actually be here for it, which is a shame. It'll just be a few days later on the weekend, which is about the 10th of May or so. So yeah, let's have a look at this 5th test run it does. Compared to when Ice Blast used to operate, it does travel a lot higher up the tower on its first initial blast, which is good to see as well. And I've been noticing as well, the black hose pipes, which are about where the gondola is now, every time it goes up on its first blast to come back down, they do shake quite a lot. I don't know whether it's meant to do that or not, but yeah, they do shake quite a lot, so maybe that's what they're seeing what happens with all these test runs, how much them sort of pipes shake a bit. Yeah, as I say, good to see the ride testing. So since the last clip, the ride's done another 2 full power tests, taking it up to a total of 7 for now. And there is another chap that's come down. Maybe they are doing some staff training on here as well. I think some of the staff working on this did used to work on Ice Blast, so they're probably just getting retrained and getting used to the ride after such a long period of downtime. So yeah, there's 2 people now checking their restraints and getting them up and down with the seat belts in. And yeah, it's good to see the ride, as I say, doing full power tests, and we're just a week and a half away at the time of filming until Launchpad does open for the 2025 season. So yeah, it's going to be a good time seeing this ride back open. Another ride to take some capacity away after all the recent ride closures. But we are in this transition period as well, and just think, in 12 months time, not only will we obviously have this ride running, as it's going to be running in a week and a half, but we'll have a new gyro swing as well, so we'll technically have 2 flat rides in the park. We'll have obviously Ice Blast, well, Launchpad I should say, operating from the start of next year, hopefully March, and then in 12 months time, roughly about May time next year, we'll have that Intamin gyro swing opening as well. So yeah, full power test number 8 is about to go off here on Launchpad. It definitely is really good hearing those noises again since the closure of Ice Blast, and you can definitely, in comparison with Ice Blast, hear the difference in the pipes. I mean, obviously it has had a brand new pressure cylinder put in, which is the one that launches the ride vehicle up and down. But yeah, you can definitely hear a major difference into how Ice Blast sounded as to now Launchpad sounding. It sounds a lot more powerful and a lot faster, which you can clearly see in the videos as well. If you go back to older Ice Blast videos, some people who put them on YouTube, you can see how much sluggish and slow that ride used to be compared to what it is now. But obviously we've got to do so many hours of training, so many hours of cycling for the staff to get used to it, and before obviously it gets commissioned off until the 7th of May. So what I'm going to do now is probably leave Launchpad for a bit, walk around the rest of the park, see if anything has changed around. I know they have started knocking down the Bowl-a-Drome where the new ride for next year is going to be going, but you can't really see anything from inside the park. It's more from the tunnel at the minute because they're knocking down the back of the building. But yeah, we'll move our way around the park, see if anything else has changed or not. But as for Launchpad now, staff doing their usual checks, probably ready to do another full power test in a few moments time. So down here then by the river caves, not an awful lot to talk about with this attraction, and it's going to be a quick gloss over. Of course, the very first inside the park update, I did mention we had a brand new sign over here, as the park have basically, they haven't announced it themselves, but they are basically reimagining this ride, much like they did with Valhalla. They're doing it with the river caves here, and obviously the black wall here is where that new gyro swing is going to be going. So that white dome you can just see up there is going to be getting pulled down at some point. But I will put some photos on your screen from the Blackpool Demolition Group, who have started to knock down the building that is behind there, but from the car park side. So you can still see some of the Bowl-a-Drome building here. That will be pulled down at a later date because they have started with the white dome. They are starting at that corner and probably moving their way slowly this way. But yeah, those pictures from the Blackpool Demolition Group shows that they are clawing their way into the building, and then obviously all year it will be slowly coming down for the winter, where foundation work will be taking place until probably about January, February time next year. Probably start seeing the actual ride on park and probably installed as well, and also probably March time I would say, maybe testing, and April maybe testing will probably commence on the new gyro swing. But yeah, it's definitely going to change the skyline here of the Pleasure Beach. So the former Grand Prix helix site has had a little bit of work done to it and currently taking place. So over the past week or so, the gardening team here have started to put brand new topsoil down with grass seeds in place. You can see all the wheelbarrows over there stacked up, and certain points of the day they will come in and put some fresh soil with the grass seeds in to put them all the way down. I would imagine it's going to be covering the whole area here that the helix site did used to sit on. And we also have the fountain, which had a little bit of work done the other week. It is now fully working again. It's got some nice blue water in there. Shame we didn't actually paint up the fountain itself, because it does look a bit worse to wear that. They did paint up the bottom, like the actual tank I should say. That bit was all painted, new lighting installed, and now it's all topped up and fully working once again with some nice blue water. But yeah, the gardening teams are hard at work, not currently, but they have been hard at work putting this brand new topsoil, which does line the whole area here. I imagine when it's all fully done, they will reopen this area, because at the minute it still has all that temporary fencing all the way around the area. So just a better look here at that new soil that the gardening team have put in place here. You can see that it lines perfectly with the same height as the concrete walkways around here. Just hoping, like I said in the last clip, there is grass seed in there, so the grass will grow later in the season, and hopefully the whole area here where the helix site used to be will fully be covered by hopefully summer. I'm hoping maybe summertime it'll all be covered. And you can just see down the far left of your screen, the fountain is now fully working again with blue water, which is nice to see, because hopefully in the summer with all this back open and nice, it'll be a nice relaxation area, won't it? All them fences, temporary fences all removed, so you'll basically have an expanded version of the sensory garden, which is still over there by Avalanche. So yeah, hopefully about summertime is my guess. This area will be back open, just sort of chill out and relax a little bit whilst just enjoying the sunshine. because for the time being they are not going to be putting a ride here anytime in the future, because we do have that gyro swing for next year, and I would imagine other projects to be taking place first, such as the holiday apartments, which the park is still hoping for as well. They've got to plant so many trees, so maybe they'll plant some trees in this area for now so they can get them holiday apartments approved. But as for a new ride in this area, I wouldn't expect anything to happen in here for a good number of years. So Icon here is running a 2-train service, but you're thinking, it's been on 2-train service most of the year. Well, it is sadly in some cases back on an endo train. It's back on the spinning train, which this train coming in is that one. So there you go, you can see the endo train there is now back in service. It was put in service just the other day. So yeah, them 3 full trains are now serviceable, but obviously we do have the endo train now back in service as well. So when the ride's running 2 trains like today, it is kind of like a train and a half worth of capacity going around currently. So yeah, the endo train, you can see it there, is back in service here on Icon. For some people that'll be a good thing, but for others it may be a bit of a bad thing, because it does hinder the capacity, especially for that back car, and buggers up the station quite badly at times, especially on busy days. So I'm going to end this Pleasure Beach update down here by the big one today, where it comes out of the tunnel. I'm guessing we're going to see it because it's just gone over the hill by Skyfall's over there, where Icon is now. So it's been another interesting, but also hopefully good video for you guys. We've seen plenty of shots of launchpad testing, doing full power testing today. I think I can actually hear big one coming. I know, it was Revolution. There's the big one. So yeah, as I say, hopefully it's been another good video for you guys to enjoy, with plenty of full power tests from Launchpad, and then a little bit of discussions about the Bowl-a-Drome boarding, how it is being knocked down, but sadly you can't see anything from inside the park. I will get into the tunnel at some point and do some shots from there, because you can actually see the destruction that they have done from that side of the building, because that's where they're working on currently. And hopefully them pictures that I did provide and put on the screen during that section was also helpful as well, so you get an idea as to where they're knocking down. And also we had a little bit of a look at both Icon, how the endo train's now back on the service, and also finally looking at the former Grand Prix helix area, where it looks like they're finally doing some like gardening works, putting some new soil in there, and that fountain is now back up and running again. So yeah, if you enjoyed this Pleasure Beach update, be sure to hit subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss out on the future videos, because there's going to be definitely plenty of them throughout this year, as there's plenty of stuff to talk about and discuss, including that new ride for next year. So yeah, be sure to check out more videos across the channel from Pleasure Beach and other ones I do provide. Hit the bell so you don't miss out on the next one I do, and I'll see you all again next time.
Experience vertical wheel.